That means you took a risk.
Yeah.
Women in business.
It's adjusting.
Is it your sister?
Yes, that's my sister.
You work with your sister?
I work with my sister. I know the next question you can ask.
Is it difficult?
Yes. Men get paid more than women, even if you're on the same level. I'll be honest. I love honest conversations.
Yeah.
So we sold our house, but deep down, growing up, I knew I was an entrepreneur.
We just want to thank God.
Yeah.
He's been there for us.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're Christians.
This is Thelma, the co-founder and CEO of Beyond Borders Logistics and Soccer International. Her company has been shipping goods from China to Zimbabwe for the past 5 years, and they have been known to offer reliable services, moving people's goods from one place to another all over Zimbabwe. With a keen focus on customer satisfaction, she works hand in hand with her sister.
You are now employing people. You have many employees as of now. How many employees do you have?
We have about 15.
50 employees.
15, 1-5.
Okay, I thought 50. I was
No,
like,
no, 15.
15.
15 to date.
So in the process of, employing them, what is it that you look for in them?
Attitude.
Oh.
Number one. Yeah.
Besides the qualifications?
No. You know what? You can't replace good attitude.
Wow.
A good character, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because you can have the best degreed people, the most qualified in terms of education.
I totally
But
understand.
if you've got not so pleasant character and attitude to work, it means your approach to work, your approach to management, your approach to working in a team,
Yes.
it will not be so great because of the attitude
Wow.
that you have. So number one, it has to be the attitude.
It has to be attitude.
It has to be the attitude.
And then qualifications follows.
And then the qualification follows. And like I said, I did not have any qualification in logistics, but here we are. So I believe that we can teach the qualifications as long as the person has got the right attitude and mindset.
I've noticed that you read books.
Okay.
Is it necessary for every CEO? I mean, you guys, you read books. What's the story behind reading books for successful people?
The story behind is so that it opens up your mind.
Okay.
Because as a leader, you need to be continuously learning.
Yes.
And you learn through other people's experiences.
Yes.
And sometimes you cannot meet the people to hear from them. They put it in books.
Wow.
So you go into books to find out about their experiences, what you can learn from it. And also just for your vocabulary, your English.
So it will improve.
It does improve.
I have to start reading books. I have to start reading books.
It does improve, just like when we were kids. I grew up in Zingezafo,
Yes.
right, in Chitungwiza.
In Chitungwiza, I was
And
surprised.
There we do not speak English. I learned in Ndangaro Primary School. It was predominantly Shona.
Exactly.
And we
Still is.
got to learn English through watching cartoons. But now we are no longer children, we're no longer kids. You cannot watch cartoons. What is the next best thing?
Reading books.
Books, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I mean, where this company is going,
Yeah.
it's going to be successful more and
Thank you.
more.
Thank you.
And it seems like you are now starting to penetrate the international market.
Yeah, we are.
Is it difficult?
Obviously, there are going to be some challenges.
Yes.
In terms of the registration processes, not so much. But
It's a long process.
No, it's not even that difficult.
Okay.
It's not. We have registered in Dubai, we have registered in Zambia. Yeah.
Or why did you choose those countries specifically? I'm sorry for asking this question.
No, you need to understand, you need to know. Okay, the main reason that we chose Dubai is because in terms of doing business there,
Okay.
it's a bit easier. And also there are a lot of venture capitalists with the projects that are coming up that we need to do. We also need to be in those places where we can meet investors.
Wow.
That's why we chose Dubai. And then in terms of Zambia, it's an emerging economy in the SADC region.
Yes.
So we need to be there as it is happening.
You surely did take your time to study,
Yes.
study these countries.
We have to. You can't just enter a market without understanding the operating environment.
Okay.
You did in economics or in business,
Yes.
you did the PESTEL, the external environment analysis, where you look at the political, the economic,
Yes,
the legal,
exactly.
environmental, all of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, we have to apply that in business.
Especially for you, you are now up there. There's a certain time. Was there a certain time that you'd maybe sleep less than 6 hours?
Most of the times.
Most of the time.
Most of the times. It's only now where I think I'm trusting God
Yes.
more and more to say, you know what, God, I know this is taken care of. But when we were starting out,
Yes.
it's like when you've got a baby,
Yes.
a newborn baby. In as much as you want to sleep, you can't
You
sleep.
can't.
Because the baby, he or she is awake,
Yes.
she's crying, they need to be breastfed and all of that.
Yes.
So it was the same process that we went through when we were starting Beyond Borders and Soca. They were babies. So you can't just leave your baby at night. Sometimes you go to sleep and then you have to say, I'm going to sleep, good night everybody. Then you get there and then your mind can't just switch off.
Yeah, I totally
So
understand.
like yesterday, there's a letter that I got.
Yes.
It was very disturbing. And if it was like a year ago, I would have not slept. I would have even cancelled meeting you today because I would have been so cranky. But I actually went to sleep. I'm like,
How do you handle such situations? I mean, you're in charge of more than 15 people.
Yeah.
And in charge of these big companies.
yeah,
Sometimes big challenges, they do come.
Yeah,
How
they
do you
do.
handle them?
number one, God is at the center of it all. When I wake up, my morning routine is my Bible. I do my Bible reading.
Yes.
I do my prayers, and then I start my day. So I'm grounded in that way. Even when I come in this office, I look at the seat and I say, God, you just placed me here. I'm just a steward. I'm just in this seat, but you are the CEO and I'm your messenger.
Wow.
So whatever that I need to do, you speak to me. Holy Spirit, speak to me what I need to do, what I need to say.
Wow. You know what?
Yeah.
What you said is very powerful.
Yeah.
We have people who are still down there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having the audacity of blaming God and saying, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
But you're up there and
No, I can
praising.
relate to
Okay.
those people because we lost our father. I don't know if you noticed pictures of a gentleman in Michel's office.
I did not.
Yeah, we lost our father in 2021,
Okay.
January, and it was so traumatic. Even up to now, I think we are all still struggling to accept. And I got to a point where it was difficult to pray. So I can relate to those people who think
Yes.
and feel that God has neglected them or that He does not exist.
The why question is always
Yes,
coming
why
into
me?
their-
Why is this happening
Yes.
to me, right? But then when your faith is just so shaken,
Yes.
it's very normal to do that. But it gets to a point where you feel empty inside because that place that God was filling up, you're not allowing Him to come in anymore. So I went through that. I'm still going through that.
So it's normal.
So it's very, very normal.
How do you come out of it? I mean, it's hard.
Do you know, have you ever prayed and you feel like this is a dry prayer? I'm not
Yes,
connecting.
As for me,
Yeah.
young people, us, we
Yeah.
make more often. We make mistakes. We pray today. We pray maybe next month.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, I still do that.
And God is still waiting for you. He's still there. He doesn't change.
That's amazing.
Yeah, God doesn't change. It's the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. So
Very
even
true.
sometimes I feel like I'm not connecting with God.
Yes,
My
I
prayer
can.
is so dry.
I can relate.
Yeah.
You know, you pray and you feel it. And
But
feel
you
it
have to
inside.
remember that in Matthew 10,
Yeah.
when Jesus called the disciples,
Yes.
He called the unqualified. And even as He was going about Jerusalem saving, He actually mentions, I did not come to save the what? The righteous,
The righteous.
but to call the Gentiles and the sinners. So God is not looking for a perfect us. In your imperfection, in your prayer that doesn't make sense, even if it's just two words to say, God, I'm here.
You know what? It seems like you're speaking to my life. And it's really amazing.
Yeah.
I know that people who are going to watch this video, they're going to benefit.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing. And thank you so much.
Yeah.
It just like installed something inside my mind.
I'm happy. And that's what I pray for every day. You know, in as much as we're doing business for profit and everything, I always pray that I find a more spiritual purpose in people's lives through the business that I'm doing.
Wonderful. So
I think one day I'm going to be like a marketplace prophet, you know, to really speak about business and kingdom principles together. That's my prayer.
People barely do that.
Yeah. We are ashamed.
Exactly. Especially when you are in business, they think that those things they don't connect.
Exactly. But money is spiritual.
And you're doing it.
Yeah, money is very spiritual.
Yo. So I see.
Success is very spiritual.
You have to pray, like invoke God.
You have to, because sometimes you can be given $100 and you put it in your pocket, and then you can't just find it.
It really happens.
Has it happened?
No, like as for me, I won't say $100 US. I'll say maybe $20, and I'll say like, how did I use
Spend it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like something is very wrong.
You can't add up. Okay, I bought A, B, C, D for $5. So where did the other $15 go?
And if you try to make sense out of it, it makes sense a little bit so that you don't keep on questioning it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yes.
But money, success, business, everything is spiritual.
Well, when I see you, you don't look like someone who is really
big. The hair, the body.
No, besides the body.
Okay.
The way you are not like that person who says, I am this.
I don't know. I think
there are certain people out there, when you see them, it's written all over their face. Sort of like that pride aspect. I'm sorry to say this, but that pride aspect to be portrayed on their faces. I am this. But when I look at you, I don't see that.
Thank you. It's an honor. Well, like I mentioned, you know, humility is important. It's not that I try to be humble or anything, but it's something that I always pray for because I want to be able to relate to people. I want to be able to make genuine connections.
Yes.
So I feel this is me. I'm comfortable the way I am right now, the way I look and everything.
Yes.
So I just come as I am, and we have a conversation. We hit it off. It doesn't matter where I'm coming from or where you're coming from.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, what's your advice?
Yeah.
It could be women, it could be a man or young people who are watching this video. What are advice to them in terms of venturing into a business?
My advice would be, number one, when you start, it's a hustle.
Yes.
Because it is just you alone and maybe a second person. And you can only hustle to a certain extent, because when you're hustling, right, if you're not there, then the business is not operational. You have to be there all the time. That's why it's a hustle, because you're trying to do a lot of things, everything at the same time. So you need to get to a point where it ceases to be a hustle, and you sacrifice, you get people on board, you build a team around you, so that it becomes a business where there are systems, where there are structures, where there's accountability, right? So it's not going to be easy. Business is not easy. Doing a hustle, it's easy. Right now I can go by the road and use my car to carry people to town. I've hustled $5-6. But then in business, you can't just go out there and then get a client. So it's gonna take as long as it will take. Time is needed, and you have to be patient for time to do what it needs to do for you to be successful. I wanted to work in the banking sector, but I could not get the opportunity to do that.
So you wanted to be an employee?
Yes, I actually wanted to be an employee in the banking sector. I wanted to wear heels. I wanted to wear those nice skirts. You know how women in the banking sector look. That's what I wanted. But deep down, growing up, I knew I was an entrepreneur. I knew waking up was a challenge, waking up early. But part of me wanted to work in the banking sector, and then part of me wanted to be the next big Lobels, the next big Coco.
Wonderful.
That was the mindset that I had. But I just thought, you know what, I would work in the banking sector, build up my resume, get experience, and then start my own thing. But logistics, I did not plan for it.
How did you start?
Logistics started by us recognizing an opportunity within that space. There was a lot in Zimbabwe. Yeah. There was a lot of informalization within the sector. There was a lot of unprofessionalism in the sector. And the experience that I had gotten in marketing is the one that prompted me to say, you know what, we can do things better. We can have better systems. We can have better relationships with clients. So that's how we then got into logistics. It was just that opportunity that we identified, and we said, let's go for it. You know,
the most interesting thing that I've noticed about you when we started this conversation, you are not saying I, you're we, us. And at the end of the day, you are the CEO of this, you are the founder of everything. Why?
All right. We.
That's the most interesting thing.
All right. My sister is my partner.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I learned how to buy from China first.
Okay.
And then at that time, I was based in Masvingo, and she was based in Harare. So she was like the middleman who was doing the runaround and, you know, the deliveries and everything on my behalf.
I understand.
So when I thought, okay, I want to do this full time, she was the most reliable person around, and I loved her work ethic. She understood how I also work. So we just thought, why not do it together? So there's always a we, me and my sister.
Wow. People barely do that.
Yeah, and people also our team. So it's everyone has been part of our journey that I call we, including my parents, my sister in the UK, her husband, my husband, everyone. So it's just we.
It's a team.
It's a team, yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be a woman in business? What kind of challenges that you are facing as a woman in business?
Well, number one, you're a woman.
Yes.
Number two, you are black. Number three, you're African.
Does that apply in Africa?
It's a reality. Unfortunately, it's a reality.
Okay.
Being a woman, you're on the back foot already.
Yeah.
Because women traditionally or culturally, we are not on the same level as men. You look at the statistics, men get high-paying jobs than women. Men get paid more than women, even if you're on the same level.
Yes.
If you look at the statistics, even women CEOs, they get paid almost 45% less than their male counterparts. So being a woman already, there's that challenge. I always make people laugh by referring to some incidents that happen. When people contact us, they just say, hi, how are you? And you assist them, and then they say, thank you, sir.
Oh.
Automatically, I don't know, for whatever reason, we have not spoken on the phone, it's just through messaging or an email. They quickly assume you're a man, maybe because of the industry that we're in, but those are some of the things that we come across.
Okay.
It's women, of course, it's difficult to step up because you're thinking you're being judged. You're being judged for how you look. You're being judged for how you talk. You're being judged if whether you know what you're doing. So already there's that imposter syndrome, self-doubt, that can I level up? Can I participate, or can I deliver to the same level as men?
We have to be honest with each other as of now. Your company is big now. You might not notice it, but I notice it.
Thank you.
So, like I asked you, is it your sister?
Yes, that's my sister.
You work with your sister?
I work with my sister. I know the next question you can ask.
Is it difficult?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you're doing it very well. You guys, you get along very well?
We do most of the time.
Okay.
You know, we are siblings, so there's that overlap as well, that sibling rivalry.
But I think it's good for business at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, that's why we had to put up structures in place so that those lines do not really get blurred or blurry, because in terms of governance issues, some people may think maybe this is just a family business and everything, but she's also a qualified chemical engineer.
Whoa.
She graduated from Harare Institute of Technology. So in terms of the qualifications, the education is there, and also the practical of it in logistics, she's learning.
Okay.
So there's no nepotism there. She's very
qualified.
She's very qualified for the position.
That's really interesting. You started this whole business. Did you have like those connections?
No.
Those strong connections?
No strong connections.
Because people, when we have to be honest, when people look at women,
they think there's a man behind.
There's a man behind, or there's a connection, a strong connection behind.
No, we started from our parents' living room.
Wow.
Our first consignment, when it came, it came and we took it to our parents' living room. People were coming to my parents' place to collect. We did not want to overdo it, so we could not rent a place or a room or a shop in town. We just said we will use what we have. This is what we have. We have our parents' place, it's enough. And people were coming there, they were willing to come. And from then on, so my father then ended up, we had to sell our house, by the way, where we were staying Prospect, for them to start putting structures for their school after they got land. So if we had money, we would have not done that. So we sold our house, we moved to, it was completely bare, there was nothing. There was nothing, and even now, if you see the structures, they're still there. And it was, what do you call them? Durable panels.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, those houses, that's what we put up, and that's where we're staying in. So there's no rich background there, there's no men behind. And I learned a lot from my parents to say hard work pays. If you need to eat, you need to work for it. And if you work for it, surely the money comes.
Wow.
That's the E in the we.
Hello, ma'am. I am okay. Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Because when we were downstairs, my ma'am here was actually saying we, and I went on to ask her, why are you saying we, us all the time?
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited and happy to meet you. How does it feel to be in business as a woman? Is it hard? Is it easy?
It's definitely not easy.
Okay.
It's definitely not easy. I couldn't say it's hard, but it's not easy.
So it might be difficult sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. When you face challenges, difficult challenges.
What kind of challenges would you be facing?
Difficult clients, I would say.
Difficult people out there.
Yeah, very much so. So I think maybe that's where the challenge is, and maybe when you're trying to improve on a certain process and then it's not coming along as you want. So that's the difficult part.
Like the business that you're doing, it's amazing, but now you're up there. I mean, people know you out there. I'm telling you.
I don't think so. And I'm like, I go everywhere and nobody says, I know you, you're Michelle from Beyond Borders.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say that someone wants to venture into this business that you're doing. Is it a lucrative business?
It is, I would say so. It is, but I would say buckle up.
Brace for impact.
Yes, brace for impact. Yeah.
Where exactly do you want to reach? Are you international yet?
We are almost international. Wow. Not quite, but we're almost there. Just 1, 2, 3 things to finish up, and I think we'll be there.
I see that there are a lot of awards here.
Oh yeah.
We have local legends.
Yeah, we were awarded this by the Small and Medium Enterprise Association of Zimbabwe about 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately we did not manage to attend, but one of our team members attended on our behalf.
What about this one?
This one is also from Small and Medium Enterprises. We got 3 awards.
3 awards?
3 awards in that same night.
And up there, there's sort of like 4 or 5 awards. Wow.
Up here we have the top 100 women in management in Africa.
In Africa?
In Africa. I was awarded that in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania earlier in February this year. And the other one was from, I got it in South Africa, and then the other one is from Small to Medium Enterprises.
So you guys, thank you for watching this far, and I'm grateful. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. I was very honored. You know, I love working with people. I love working with startups.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, in supporting each other. I needed that when we were starting, and this is who we are.
I'm surprised, and I was shocked. Like I said earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, you're up there now, and for me to actually, do this interview with you.
We're not up there. We will get there. We are still here.
So that is why I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
Yeah.
For me, this is something that is a big step for me.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful.
You know what? We're here to support each other. We're here to support you. Do not hesitate to give me a call, a message, whenever you need help, or just a word of encouragement, or a word of prayer.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that part, I'm actually going to send you a message. I mean, it really means a lot to me. It really means a lot. So guys, thank you so much. And as of now, it's goodbye.